Good evening, good evening, good evening, y'all. Let's get into this. Come on in and hit the like button on the way in and let's talk about it. Um, yeah, a little late, a little on the late side, but here we are. Okay. Hey, Harlem. Hey, I'm ready to talk about it. I know it's late, especially over there where you are. I'm sorry about it. I just got in not too long ago. Tomorrow I'll start showing my face again when I go live. Bad hair day, bad hair day. And turn this fan on. So you can come up when you get ready, Harlem. As you guys come in, please hit the like button. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all week. Talk about today, what happened, and how it ended. So, yes, I'm ready.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Harlem. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Who is a lot? It is so much. So.
Yeah, I was sitting up trying to figure out who Mia is.
Oh my gosh. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
So because Mia is supposed to be an employee, but then you were saying that they said it was an assistant. So I was
Yeah.
thinking that it was Capricorn Clark.
Uh-huh.
But Aubrey is supposed to be testifying. I found a partial list. I don't see Aubrey's name on there.
You
So
don't?
is Aubrey Mia?
Aubrey Mia.
Because Aubrey is supposed to be
That
testifying.
yeah. Is that Aubrey Day?
Yeah,
O'Day? Is it O'Day or Day?
O'Day.
O'Day, yeah.
She was in Danity Kane.
Yes, right. Right.
Yes, I'm wondering is either I'm thinking Aubrey or is Capricorn? Is Mia?
I don't know, but you know we're gonna find out, right? You know we're gonna know. So anyway, you guys, come on in. I know it's late. Thank you for being here. Say hi to me when you come in, if you will. Hit the like button. If you're catching this rerun, thank you for at least tapping in for a moment with us. So let's get into this, Harlem. A lot. It's a lot. So I just want to kind of recap that they wrapped on cross examining. Is that right? Cassie today. And so that was the end of her run. Like people thought that the Cassie testimony was going to be explosive. And I can't lie, I did too. But I don't think this is going to be the most explosive. I think that as witnesses come in to testify, that it's going to get really raw in there.
Right.
I think that, and so I'm hearing, and if this is true, that Jonathan Adi is going to be, brought in to testify, I think that is going to be explosive. That is
Yes.
something you're not going to want to miss because just I remember first seeing him on Law and Crime, and I was like, "Who is this?" And I was like, "Now is he like just running his mouth because he had a lot to say, or is he really telling the truth?" And he knew so much, and he was so confident in what he was saying. And then only for it to be confirmed in court by Cassie that they knew him, like it was real, like what he was the one of the escorts, and like he was there, like he was not making up stories. And I remember during his interview with, he had got arrested. And so he was having his interrogation and he kept talking about Diddy. And they was listening to, like, the officers were listening, but then they was like, okay, let's get back to what we're here for. But he kept going back to the Diddy thing. And then here we
Right.
find out that it was real, that he was all in, up and close and personal with them. And as we heard in court, from Cassie, that she just kind of had, bad vibes about Jonathan Oddie, that she didn't really trust him, and she felt that he was recording her. And then her best friend comes to her and, like, I seen the video, I got a copy of the video. So the defense is trying to paint this picture of Cassie, that first of all, she is not a victim, is what the picture they're trying to paint. And they're just doing their job, right? They're also painting the picture that she wanted to be involved in these freak offs, and that she could be a little feisty too. And then they played a recording where she was like, we're gonna unalive, I will unalive you if that video don't surface. Like, I was shocked by that because she looks so pure and soft and, meek and mild. But like, when it's your something that personal, she, all right, she was going off about it. So they are trying to paint a picture where, she wanted to be there. She's not innocent. Like, she's a little aggressive too. But at the end of the day, my opinion, and I'll let you jump in, Harlem, is that it doesn't matter if Cassie wanted to be a part of the freak offs in the beginning, and even wanted to add some flavor and bring another woman in. None of that matters if she was done with it, right? If she wanted to do it in the beginning, that's fine. If she wanted to quit, that should have been fine. But every time she tried to quit, she would get beat down, or she would get threatened with, I'm gonna put these videos out and I'm gonna show the world. And like, she's not supposed to have any feelings about that. So
Right.
what are your thoughts?
Right. Like you say, the defense, they did their job. They had to paint a picture of her being, the one that was initiating everything. She
Right,
was responsible for setting everything up and what have you. That was what they was supposed to do.
right. So they
And I
brought it
mean, they did it, but the prosecution, they came back with their questions, and they tried to paint her in another light, like they originally had started.
right. And so they're doing their jobs. And but and that's just, that's again, that's what they're supposed to do. They even brought out, I mean, we even got to find out how much, she settled for with Diddy, which I didn't think we would ever gonna get to know, that she got $20 million, and that she got $10 million from the hotel.
The hotel.
Right. And so we learned that as well. And so then they want to paint a picture as though, oh, she just did all that for the money because she was supposed to go on tour. And when she got the money, she canceled the tour and posted, this is about domestic DV, right? So it doesn't matter. Listen, but again, that's what they wanted to bring out. I think the jury is supposed to, and needs to, just have an open mind, cut out all the noise, and pay attention to what everybody is really saying, and make this decision. Because at the end of the day, what I'm hearing from people that were literally in the courtroom, or even in the other room, not actually in the courtroom, that they're saying that at this point, they were giving their opinion that at this point, if they had to make a decision, like if Diddy was going to get sentenced today, what their decision would be, right? My opinion is this. I feel like I needed a little, I still, even after 5 days of this, I still need a little more from the prosecution. I need more. And then the defense is kind of even kill right now, right? For me, if they had to make a decision today, my opinion would be that it would be hard because neither one of them have really went hard in this yet. That's just how I feel.
Right.
So it would be hard to say today what it would be. I need more. I need more. I need more witnesses. Like I need more the witnesses to come and really give it to us. You know, really paint that picture for us. Like Cassie did really good. And when it came to the defense, really all she was I know this for a fact to be that you have to with the defense when they cross reference you like that, that you have to say almost little to nothing. So don't elaborate on your answers, right? Yes, no, yes. I don't remember that. Yes, I don't recall. No, real brief and
Right.
and she did that. Like she did it. How do you feel after these 3.5 days that Cassie was on the stand? Where are you at with her testimony?
I don't think I'm like you. I don't think I have enough information to go either way. Me, I'm thinking right at this point, if it was to go off for this week, I think it might end in a mistrial for real.
Yeah, if we went on for this week, I'm I'm almost there with you. Yeah, like I feel like Diddy would walk, and it's
Yeah, I
only
think it would be a mistrial.
yeah, they're only because there wasn't enough to tell the jury to prove a RICO, to prove that she was doing this against her will, like right? Because a lot of it, and even she said was like even in the text messages is like, I'm ready for a FO. I'm ready for like I want to bring in another woman. Like all of this was tells us or is saying that she was a willing participant, and she was a willing participant for years. It wasn't just like in the beginning. So I don't know. That's just where I am, and that's just my opinion on what has happened. But today, before they wrapped for the day, Cassie was done, and it was really interesting. So Dawn Richard came on, and if you guys don't know who Dawn Richard is she started her career by auditioning for Making the Band, and then ultimately became a part of the girl group Danity Kane. And she said that she has witnessed violence against uh, um, Diddy
Cassie.
against Cassie. I'm sorry, Diddy against,
Hmm.
and told about one particular instance where they were in Los Angeles at his mansion, and she was obvious Cassie was cooking breakfast obviously for him, because she said he stormed down the stairs like, "Where's my food?" And then took the skillet and tried to hit her with the skillet. And then she said that also Kalani, is it Kalani? Her
Kalina.
Kalina, that Kalina was also there too to witness this, and that it was a violent assault, and that was in 2009. Like she came on the scene, Dawn came on the scene in 2004, and she said this happened in 2009. And that what she said she witnessed him, literally take that hot skillet and try to hit her with that because
Right.
it's his food, you know. Um, And so I think that Monday, when Dawn comes back, I think this is going to get us started to get some really explosive information, because they said Dawn walked in there very confident. She did not make eye contact with Diddy. And that when they said, okay, what does he have on or whatever? She said a white sweater instead of a cream sweater. And he kind of threw his hands up like, this me, or whatever. So
Mm.
yeah, I think this is going to be I think it's getting ready to start getting juicy these next weeks to come. But everybody just thought that, with their star witness being Cassie, that she was just going to tell us the ins and outs, and she really kind of refrained from really giving us what we needed. I was shocked to know that Diddy had overdosed. I had never heard that, so that was
Yeah,
kind
I
of
didn't hear that either.
never
Mm-mm.
heard that he. I never even knew that he was on opioids. I thought it was just this ketamine and this uh
A
what
little bit of everything
a
that he
little bit
was
of everything
doing.
else. Yeah. So I'm not shocked though that it was. And that they also tried to say that maybe he had went to a rehab or whatever. And Cassie was like, I don't ever recall him going to a rehab. And if you guys are talking about Arizona, that was a spa. Like we were at a spa for a whole week. And that didn't have
Hmm.
to do with, and I think that if you listen to Tisa Tells, she was saying that he was getting a little irritated with his team yesterday. And so I think he was feeding them information like, go ask her this, ask them that. Because after they asked, was that a rehab that they were in Arizona, and she said no, it was a spa. He was like, no further questions. So but she's saying that, you can see with his body language that he's getting irritated with his team at times. Like he just want to just go off like the Diddy he is allegedly. So,
Right, but he can't
but
because that's going to make him look bad
yeah,
to the jury.
yeah, he know he has to control it. But Tisa was saying that you could just see him changing, right there in front of their eyes, like he really wanted to let them have it, but he had to bring it back in. If
Right.
you notice also his daughters had not been there. I don't think they were there yesterday either. And
The publicist, his publicist says that this is graduation prom time for them.
okay, so they're busy. But I just think
Yeah.
good. Go do stuff that gets your mind off of this. That you don't have to look, hear these things and imagine your father in these compromising positions, and then hearing what Cassie has to say about their mom, and how she was, a little jealous of Kim and um all those things. I think it was just best for them not to be there. Just my opinion only. That's just what I feel.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So I think the trial is turning up. I think that they're gonna turn up this week. I know that the witness list has to be to the judge by 5 o'clock on this Sunday. Um, and I want to see that list. Like who's next, who else is coming. Did they ever say anything about witness number 3 surfacing, or that was just they just took it off the table?
No, they never said anything about victim number 3.
Yeah, victim number 3. I'm
Um
sorry.
she just disappeared. Nothing has been said about them.
That's crazy to me. But there is speculation. There's speculation that she's being paid off. Allegedly, that's hearsay. And could be not showing up on purpose. But it was
Right.
also said that she's scared for her life. And I posted the video up about Big Homie CC. And thank you for sending me all the information you do. It really helps me get these little shorts out when I can't come live. So, but I appreciate it. But he talks about, he was like, listen, this is real. This stuff is scary. Like it's real. And people will come up missing. And
Right.
it's just a real fact that the more power you have, the more you can make happen. And people should be scared. He's like, people don't even, didn't even want me to have this interview, but he keeps it real. Like he's just like, this is what's going on. Like every men, 90% of these men here want to be with a man. He lets you have it.
Yeah,
Um,
he does.
he does. He just is raw. He keeps it funky. So, also, there were a few celebrities that were brought up, like Chris Brown. Like he had got P. Diddy had got mad because he thought Cassie was dancing with Chris Brown, right? There's also they mentioned Nicki Minaj because she had went into the studio with Nicki, and that's about it. Like Nicki don't have anything to do with the case or anything, but her name was mentioned.
Right.
Of course, Michael B. Jordan was mentioned because she had a brief relationship with him, and then it like the football player that she was with. So there has been, just conversations around that. But we also saw that Justin Bieber's people came out to confirm that there was nothing foul happening with Diddy and Bieber. Like he never experienced anything. Like, and okay, if that's what they say, okay, I don't want to, go into the
But
what
why
it
they come out now?
right. Like it
This
was so
rumor
weird.
has been for years.
Wasn't that weird? Like, why are you saying that now? Like, they've been saying it. They've been saying this about you. So
Right.
why do we have to talk about that now? Like, what prompted that for you to come out and say that? Was you paid?
I just found that so strange that it was just like all of a sudden that they just put that out there like that.
Yeah. When they had ample opportunity to do that. Ample
Yeah.
opportunity. So that was kind of weird to me as well. Um, So they also had a detective or investigator that came on and talked about when they raided the houses and how they were appointed to a room and that she would take pictures of the evidence that they found in the room. So she didn't was like she wasn't on there very long, but she talks about how it all went down and how they were assigned to each room to go in and figure and get the evidence. And did she list out the things that they found, the evidence that they took from the home?
So the agent that testified before Dawn,
Yes.
so that's the one that picked him up in New York from the hotel.
Right. In that oh yeah. In the hotel room.
And they were saying that they found in the hotel
The baby oil, the
$9,000
$9,000.
baby oil,
Mm-hmm.
the medication bottles. They had the what is it, Tushi or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, they had that in there. So I
And
guess he was doing whatever.
yeah, and as did it looked like a woman had been staying with him, and I think the answer was yes. Um, but here's my thing: now they came in your both of your mansions on both coasts, and they collected all this evidence, including baby oil, including guns or pow, excuse me, including so much stuff. But yet you're still at the hotel in New York talking about you came to get closer to turn yourself in, but finding the same exact stuff that you use for the FOs.
Right, you're doing the same thing. Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah, yeah, crazy. So anyway, I just wanted to come and just kind of give my opinion. Like I said, I don't think that they have slam dunked the to secure that RICO charge yet. I don't think that they have that either side has really proven anything other than it does sound like a state case, right? It doesn't sound like a federal case at this point. It feels like this should have been tried in the state. But
Right. But lawyers like Simone on YouTube,
uh-huh,
and it's
uh-huh.
this lawyer I follow on TikTok. They are saying that the prosecution is doing a good job of presenting the case.
So, and I like Simone. Oh, I love her. And I love listening to her explain things. And so she was saying that today she was saying that even um the defense was doing a really good job too, like painting that picture of Cassie, how they're supposed to be doing. And she said there's some
Right.
things she would have done a little different, but that they was on point, like they was going in the right direction. Um,
Right. So I don't know, I guess they're in the legal field, so they see things different than how
yeah,
we
they don't
see
know.
things.
They know more than we do. We're just on the outside looking in and just giving our little 2 cents. But they know, like Simone, like, girl, is that legal? That is my homegirl. I like her. Shout out to her. Shout out to
Mm.
Mim. Shout out to Tisa Tells, who's been bringing it. What's her name? That surprise witness. Shout out to that surprise witness. I love.
Oh yeah, the surprise witness,
Man,
yeah.
I love how she brings it, and I listen to her every day. So, I mean, it's a lot of good information coming from bloggers, YouTubers, that's really on point. Like Tisa doing her thing. They're out there and Mims doing their thing. So shout out to them for that.
Yeah,
So
it's so many YouTubers and TikTokers that are out there because I found one that I look at in the morning
uh-huh.
because they're there in the morning to see the area, see when the family comes and see when they
Oh,
go in.
oh,
And
okay.
it's just like so many people that are outside that don't go in, that are
Uh-huh.
just filming, just for you to see things that are going on.
Which I like that too. I like that. I'd like to see when they arrive and what their demeanor is once they get off, out of the sprinter. Um,
Yeah.
leave and come out. I love to see that, just to kind of see, how their energy is once they have set through that all day long. People are criticizing Quincy. Is that Albie Sure's son?
Yeah.
Criticizing him for coming and supporting, but I don't think anything's wrong with that. Those are his siblings, right? And I know that's his dad, but Diddy did a lot for him and took him in and took care of him. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with him supporting that. Now, it's just going to be really awkward if I'll be sure. And I heard he wasn't going to testify, but if he was to testify, sitting in there with his dad and P. Diddy, that kind of awkward. But I don't think it's anything wrong with him showing up with his siblings to support.
Right, right. Because I feel like he's just there to support the siblings because who do they have?
That's right. And I'm sure Diddy took care of him just like he did the rest of the kids. Like, he's welcomed him as a part of his family.
Right,
So
right. Because the mother is older, she's in her 80s. So,
yeah.
they need to be there for her, just as much as the daughters.
Yeah, and I know, his mom is stressed out about this. Like, they're going through it. He is the bread and butter um
Right.
for the family. Like, what if he gets life? What do they do? He was the one making the decisions. He's calling all the shots, and I'm sure he still is from in there, telling them what to do, how to show up, what to wear, all that. So, anyway, I just wanted to come and kind of give my little 2 cents and let us, bounce off of each other about this past week. It's been a good week. It's been a lot of information, but I just think it's this coming week is going to be off the charts, I think. And I'm telling you, if that Jonathan Audi come, I think that's going to be the whole highlight of the whole trial, because he don't bite his tongue about nothing.
No, he doesn't.
You ask him, he
Mm-mm.
gonna tell you. He's going to tell you what dog ate the cat.
Because did I send you? It was a recent interview with him. News Nation did with him in
Oh no!
jail.
Oh, no, 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 no. And maybe let me not say no, Harlem, because you sent me a whole bunch that I need to go through, but I'll be loving it. Thank you. I love it. So I'll go back and look. And then tomorrow when we come back together, we'll have some other stuff we talk about. I want to shout out, Chris Brown, and just pray for him and hope that things turn out. Like this charge that what he's arrested for is not something new. It was from 2023. And I think they were waiting for him to come back over there to arrest him for that, obviously. And so he went to court. The judge has denied him getting out. He has to sit there till June the 13th in a UK
13th,
jail.
right?
Yeah, so I just hate that for him. He's like right now, he's so hot. He's on top of his game. He's on top of the world, and he doesn't need this. He does not need this. But it was coming. It was coming.
Yeah, because I think his tour is supposed to be starting up.
He's
So,
supposed to, yeah, he's supposed to perform on the 13th, and he has court on the 13th. So I don't know how
yeah.
he get out then, but man, can you imagine being out of the country and going to jail? That's why I'll never have the desire to go out of the country.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
crazy.
it's crazy, and I hate that for him. So we'll see. Of course, we'll continue to follow that as well. But anyway, I'm going to let you go. And I appreciate you coming on as always, and all of the information that you send me. We'll be back here tomorrow, you guys. And so if you would hit the like, even if you're stopping by for the replay, hit the like, talk to us in the chat. Because if you don't talk to us, me and Harlem, we're going to talk. We're going to talk
Right.
about it. We do appreciate y'all stopping by. So join us tomorrow night on the live, and let's get y'all's opinions as well. And we'll see y'all then. Have a good night. Thank you, Harlem.
All right. Good night.
Good night.